Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech, where we blend casual conversations with insightful discussions on the latest in technology and gadgets. Today, we're digging into some really fascinating stuff you've shared. We're going to unpack everything from the latest AI and, crucial privacy concerns
Yeah,
to some exciting new hardware and, yeah, those all-important security updates you absolutely need to know about. Get ready for a fun, fast-paced exploration into the heart of what's happening in tech right now.
that's right. Our goal is really to cut through the noise, look at these sources, and pull out the most important nuggets of knowledge for you.
Yeah.
Whether you're curious about a new gadget or need clear steps on staying safe online, we've got a lot to discuss, hopefully spark some aha moments, give you a real shortcut.
All right, let's jump right into something that's, well, been making waves. Meta AI and your camera roll. There's this unsettling news about Facebook's Meta AI potentially scanning your phone's camera roll, maybe without you even knowing, even if you thought you'd opted out. So, okay, let's unpack this. How is Meta AI looking at our photos, and what does it even do with them?
Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a head scratcher. This feature is designed to analyze images from your camera roll. It looks for things like dates, specific people, objects,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Meta's line is that it's to generate suggestions for you, like creating collages, stories, maybe albums. They claim it won't be used for targeted advertising, but, well, the act of analyzing media and facial features, especially if old opt-outs are ignored, that immediately rings privacy alarm bells.
It really does, that classic convenience versus privacy tension.
Exactly.
And, I mean, given Meta's history, how much trust can we really put in that not for targeted ads promise? Is there just an inherent conflict there?
That's a very fair question. While Meta states its intentions, the tech itself analyzing faces and media is incredibly powerful. Once that data is processed, even if it is currently just for suggestions, the potential for future use or just the feeling that it could be used differently, it needs a lot of trust.
And trust is hard-earned, easily lost, definitely. So for those of us wanting to, keep that door shut, what are the steps? What can we do right now to stop this scanning?
You absolutely can take control. Okay, first step, open your Facebook app, then tap the menu, usually the three stacked lines, and go to Settings and Privacy, that little gear icon. Scroll down to the Preferences section, find Camera Roll Sharing Suggestions. Now, inside there, you'll see two toggles. You need to make sure both get Camera Roll Suggestions when you're browsing Facebook and get Creative Ideas by allowing Camera Roll Cloud Processing are switched off. Make sure they're gray, not blue. It's a small thing, but really vital.
Okay, got it. Those steps sound crucial. Don't put it off, everyone. Let's shift gears a bit, from privacy breaches maybe to something more philosophical. About AI, this whole journaling thing. Google's new Journal app uses AI. Here's where it gets really interesting. Is AI making journaling too easy?
Google's definitely stirring that pot.
Yeah.
Their idea is to simplify journaling. It uses AI to give you prompts based on stuff from your phone, like contacts you talk to, photos, music, even your workouts. And it can summarize your entries, even slap a mood emoji on your day. The goal is basically removing friction.
Right. I can see the appeal for some people, maybe folks who find it hard to start or keep going. But it makes me think of that quote from Oliver Burkeman. When you render the process more convenient, you drain it of its meaning. It really makes you pause, doesn't it? Is that effort, the inconvenience, actually part of the value?
I think Berkman really nails something important there, that inconvenience can actually be the whole point. Journaling isn't just, listing events. It's often the mental work, sifting thoughts, facing the blank page, processing things, and handwriting itself. Studies show it helps memory, engages the brain differently than typing, plus the privacy aspect, anything online. Does it ever feel truly yours when you're writing about, say, a breakup or deep anxieties? And looking back at old physical journals, seeing your handwriting, the scribbles, that's such a raw, authentic thing, an AI summary. It just can't replicate that personal connection.
That's a really powerful point. It forces us to think about what happens when we outsource that internal processing. Are we, getting a shallower connection with ourselves?
Precisely. What's the real cost of that convenience when it comes to, self-reflection?
Okay, speaking of AI's reach, let's look globally. OpenAI just launched ChatGPT Go in India. What's the significance there?
Oh, India is a massive market for OpenAI. Absolutely crucial. It's already their second biggest market after the US, and it's very mobile first. So launching ChatGPT Go, a cheaper $5 a month plan for GPT-5 access, is super strategic. It's about reaching millions who might not pay for the Standard Plus subscription. It helps embed OpenAI in India's education system, the tech scene, and frankly, stay ahead of local rivals like HARA GPT. It's definitely a land grab.
Fascinating strategy, adapting to the market like that. But let's pivot to a hidden cost of all this AI growth, the environment. Google actually shared some data recently. What did they find?
Yeah, Google released some numbers. They showed a single Gemini prompt uses a tiny amount of resources, like 0.24 watt-hours of electricity, 0.03 grams of co-euro, 0.26 milliliters of water. Sounds almost negligible on its own, right?
Yeah, really small.
But this is where something called the Jevons paradox kicks in.
Ah, Jevons paradox. Right. Remind us quickly what that is and how it applies here.
Sure. Basically, it's an economic idea that when using a resource becomes more efficient, we often end up using more of that resource overall. So even if AI gets super efficient per query, if it feels cheap and easy to use, people and businesses will just use it way more, exponentially more. And that massive increase in usage could, paradoxically, strain power grids, maybe even push up electricity prices for everyone.
Wow. So more efficient tech could actually lead to more overall environmental strain and higher bills. That's counterintuitive, but makes sense.
Exactly. It shows we need to look beyond just the efficiency per use and consider the sheer scale of deployment. It's a balancing act.
Okay, from the big picture of AI, let's zoom into some shiny new gadgets. Apple's event is usually around September. What are the rumors swirling about the Apple Watch Series 11 and AirPods Max?
Well, the buzz around Apple Watch Series 11 suggests it's more of an iterative upgrade, not a massive redesign. We might see a new liquid glass. UI sounds cool, right? Supposedly makes the screen feel more fluid, maybe allows new gestures, and software-wise, expect an AI-powered workout buddy for adaptive coaching in watchOS 26. So, nice tweaks, but maybe not revolutionary.
Liquid glass. That sounds intriguing for interaction. Okay, but what about AirPods Max? Are we finally getting Gen 2?
Sadly, reports are saying no AirPods Max 2 at this event. The thinking seems to be they're popular enough to keep selling, but maybe not so popular that Apple wants to invest heavily in a brand new version right now. It seems like their focus is more on the in-ear AirPods, where the market's bigger and competition's hotter.
A bit of a letdown for the over-ear crowd, maybe, but that focus makes business sense, I guess. We are hearing whispers about other stuff down the line, though. An iPhone foldable with better crease tech. And Mark Gurman mentioned new HomePods, a faster Vision Pro, an Apple TV update.
Oh yeah, Apple always has plenty cooking. And speaking of cooking up new tech, let's talk Google Smart Home and their language stuff.
Right. What's new with Nest? How's AI showing up in our homes there?
We're seeing leaks about a Nest refresh. Nest cams are supposedly getting bumped up to 2K video that's much sharper, better detail. The Nest doorbell might get daily summaries, AI summarizing the day's events at your door, like a little highlight reel. And what's really interesting is a new Gemini-powered Google Home speaker with sound sensing. It could detect things like glass breaking or smoke alarms.
Whoa, sound sensing. That's a clever safety feature. But the privacy angle again, a device always listening for specific sounds. Does that feel okay?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Google says the processing happens on the device, not in the cloud, for privacy. It's listening for specific sound patterns, not recording everything. But yeah, the idea of any device always listening, even for safety, it can be unsettling. It really comes down to personal comfort levels.
Definitely a personal line there. Okay, and language learning. What's Google Translate doing?
They're basically building a language tutor right into Translate. It's pretty smart. It creates custom lessons based on your skill level and what you needed for vacation, work talk, whatever. Right now it's for English, Spanish, French, Portuguese speakers, and it has a live translation feature for conversations too. Makes it super practical.
Very cool. Personalized learning, easier audio. Let's highlight a couple more unique bits of tech. Framework laptop and Dolby Atmos Flex Connect.
Yeah, the Framework Laptop 16 getting that new NVIDIA RTX 5070 graphics module is huge. Why? Because it emphasizes backwards compatibility. Current owners can just buy the new graphics card and slot it into their existing laptop. No need to buy a whole new machine.
Yeah.
That's amazing for sustainability, consumer choice. It really challenges that whole planned obsolescence thing. Big win for right to repair.
That is incredible. True upgradability. Love that. And simple surround sound.
That's Dolby Atmos Flex Connect, especially with these TCL Z100 wireless speakers. You just place the speakers up to 4 wherever you want. The system automatically figures out where they are and adjusts the sound. Easy surround sound without the usual headache.
Nice. Simple is good. Okay, one last gadget shout out for the pet parents listening. The Fi Mini Tracker.
Yes, the Fi Mini. It's tiny, like just a bit bigger than an AirTag. Perfect for cats or smaller dogs. It's got GPS, real-time escape alerts, which is huge for peace of mind, and it's tough. IP68 rated for dust and water. Long battery life, too. And coming soon, AI features to detect behaviors like barking or scratching. It's more than just location tracking. It's becoming a smart pet monitor. Okay, now shifting to something really important, a serious security warning for Android users. There's this nasty banking Trojan called Anatsa. It's been found in 77 malicious apps on the Google Play Store with, get this, 19 million installs combined. And this thing is dangerous. It can grab screenshots, read your text, log your keystrokes, and even take over your device using overlay attacks. It mimics over 800 banking apps to trick you.
Wow, 19 million installs. That's terrifying. How do these apps even slip past Google's security? And what should people do, like, right now?
That's the sneaky part.
Yeah.
They look clean when you first download them. That's how they get past the initial checks. The malware, Anatsa, gets downloaded later, disguised as a normal app update. So you download a game or whatever, and then days later it updates, and bam, the Trojan is in.
Oh, man, that's insidious.
It is. So, protection steps. First, be an app minimalist. The fewer apps you have, the smaller your risk. Just delete stuff you don't use. Second, make sure Google Play Protect is enabled on your phone. Go check. It scans apps constantly and can catch these malicious payloads after they download. But honestly, for extra safety, consider getting a good, dedicated Android antivirus app. And maybe even look into identity theft protection. Just adds more layers against these really sophisticated attacks.
Okay, critically important advice. App minimalism, check Play Protect, consider extra security. Got it. Thanks for that. Phew. We've covered a lot today on Byte-Sized Tech, from Meta's camera scanning and that AI journaling debate, to OpenAI's moves in India, the surprising environmental side of AI, loads of cool gadgets from Apple, Google, Framework, Feet, and of course that vital security warning about Anatsa. It really makes you think. With AI getting so deep into our lives, personal tech, public stuff, what part of your digital life are you willing to keep inconvenient for the sake of, authenticity and privacy? Something to chew on. Thanks for tuning in to Bite-Sized Tech. If you enjoyed the episode, like, comment, share, and subscribe for more fun tech discussions.